Hey, welcome back to Dove Tech Talks. We're out here today at Meridian Village car show. It's going to be a great day. A lot of great cars out here. We're walking around, we're talking to some people and seeing which ones they like the best, see what their reason is for being out here. Maybe they want to try to buy a car. You never know, because that's what we do. So let's get inside here and check out some cars. Here we have a Dodge Dart. Let me tell you something about these Dodge Darts. When I was a kid, these Dodge Darts, all my friends and I, we thought that is the ugliest car we've ever seen, a Dodge Dart. Man, if my mom tried to put me in a Dodge Dart when I was a kid, I'm like, get me out of this thing, it's so ugly. Now, it's one of the coolest cars on the road. This thing's awesome. There's not a lot of them out there anymore because they got thrown into the junkyard because nobody wanted to turn them into a hot rod. Everybody wanted the Mustangs, the Chevelles, they wanted the old coupes, you know, they didn't want a Dodge Dart. Now look at it, it's a beautiful car. So, you know, your taste kind of changed over the years. I think my right foot's bigger than the whole car. It is kind of cool, though. Wind it up at it. Yeah, wind it up and get it going, he says. Wind that sucker up, get that rubber band real tight, let her rip. Very nice work on it, though. It's, you know, I think I've seen those on some lawn tractors that I've built before. It's a little bitty, but I bet you it goes really good. Let's keep on going down here and see what's going on.
Oh. This car and that young lady right there.
Yeah?
This is what we dated in and got married in.
No way.
And this is our car.
That's, you guys dated and got married in that car?
Yes, we did.
Was there anything conceived in that car?
Yeah, that you're going way beyond.
I was just checking. Checking.
Yes, it has a back seat.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm with you.
And it has a bench seat with a 4-speed. That's why I had special ordered it.
Yeah.
With a 4-speed, but I needed a bench seat, not buckets. I needed a bench seat.
That is amazing that you still have this car. Now, have you done anything to the car special since you dated? Did you have to redo it or paint or anything?
Well, it's sat in a barn for 30 years.
All right.
Deteriorating. So, yes, it's been completely redone.
As it sat in that barn for 30 years, did you still own the car?
Oh, yeah.
You just didn't do nothing with it?
Didn't do anything with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you think it was just a lost cause when you was sitting there, or you just thought one day I'll fix it?
Always going to be, you know, on the back burner. We need to work on it. And never happened. And then finally, we got to get the car out and get it rebuilt and start driving it again. So.
That's amazing, guys. See, let me tell you what happens a lot of times with guys like this. They get this idea in their head that they're going to restore this car one day. They're going to do it. And guess what happens? It never happens.
Never happens.
The floor's right out of the car. And once, a lot of guys will tell you, once the floorboard's right out of these cars, now your costs went way up on restoration, and it just gets out of hand. And all of a sudden, you catch yourself doing part of it, not the other part. But this one here, can you say it's a barn find? It was his barn.
I drug it out of a barn.
So he drug it out of the barn, fixed her up, and look at it now. It is a beautiful car. That is an awesome story. Thanks. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day. What an awesome story. 30 years in a barn, and now it's back. And he had to special order this thing when he got it because it has a bench seat with a 4-speed. Never seen that. It's just unheard of.
I want my cool-wave brakes.
Got something interesting here. It might be a John Deere. It has yellow rims. I don't know for sure. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's not a John Deere. I'm not that stupid. Come on. All right, now listen. Check this thing out. It's completely done. Flathead in here. Oh, hey, it's half airplane. It's only got one blade on the engine for the fan. So if you go fast enough, it might take off. Fly you to where you want to go. That's awesome. This is such a cool car. And the pinstripe on this, oh, it's amazing. The inside's just perfect, beautifully done. Now, let's see what's going on over here. See if we can get any more information about this car. Is anybody knows anything about this car around here? Oh, here he is. I'm assuming Jim?
Right.
Jim, how you doing? Eddie Horton from Dove Tech Talks.
My pleasure.
We are out here today just checking these cool cars out, and this thing here is beautiful. It looks, did you put this together?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I'd like to tell you I did. But I didn't.
Could you put one together?
I could do enough to be dangerous.
Well, see, that's good enough. That's enough. We'll give you enough credit for that.
Taking engines out, put
Yeah.
it back in. Made some modifications, not big ones. But
Right. Well, it sure looks nice. Now, when did you get it?
I've had it 15 years. I bought it out of House Springs, Missouri.
Yeah.
I had looked from here to Ohio at probably a dozen, 12, 13, 14 cars, Model A's. And I came across this one, and I couldn't believe the condition it was in and the price the guy was asking. It was
Right. So why the Model A? Why not?
because they're easy to work on.
Okay.
Parts are readily available. There's about 6, 7 parts houses across the country.
And what year is it?
Cars in 1929. They made the Model A.
1929, and we can still get parts. That's why. You know why?
90 years old.
That thing's 90 years old and we still get parts. You know why we can still get parts? Because people love cars. I don't care what they tell you. Even you people driving the electric Priuses and stuff, you love cars too. Don't lie. That's why we're still making cars parts for 90-year-old cars. This thing's great.
You can get every part there is there. The wheels were about the last thing you could get, but you can get those now.
Wow.
Yeah, you can get everything out of a catalog. Costs you a fortune, but
Do you take it out much and drive it, or you just go to the shows?
try to drive it once a week. Now, in the wintertime, that's a challenge because
Right.
I will not get on the road when there's salt all over the place.
Right. Yeah, we don't want to do
thing.
that and get it up in there. And
I keep it within about 30 miles of home,
okay.
driving it. But
Well, that
I have
is-
a lot of fun with it.
That is a great looking car. Glad you brought it out here.
Okay.
Glad you could talk with us today.
Thank you.
And you have a great rest of the show, and we're going
Yeah,
to check
well.
out the rest of these cars.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much, Jim. That was
Hey, look, it's Lucy. Now, look, let me tell you something about Lucy. This car must throw fits every once in a while and be very, very mean to its owner. Because you know who Lucy is? Charlie Brown, you know? She's always moving the football. Isn't that Lucy, right? Lucy moves the football, right? Isn't that what she does? She's mean. So this car must be very not nice to its owner every once in a while. But it is a very cool car. Look at the white walls on this thing. These are called wide whites, and them babies are great. They're so cool looking. 49 Plymouth Special Deluxe. That thing is awesome. Back in the day in 68, 68s, there's a lot of them out there that are super sports, and let me tell you why. They're not real. They're clones. You know why they're clones? Because in 68, you couldn't tell if it was an SS or not by the VIN number. It was just a trim package you bought. So when you get a 68, you can make it an SS, and if you're good at your work, nobody will ever know the difference. If you, let's say you take it to a place like my shop, where we really get into it, when we really find out the history on the car, and then we can tell whether or not it's actually a true SS. And I bet you there's some out there that could get past me, and I wouldn't even know. But let's take a look at this one here. This is such a nice car. How you doing today?
Great.
Name's Eddie Horton with Dove Tech Talks.
Okay.
So has it always been your car?
Bought it 4 years ago and restored
Bought it for you and restored it. What kind of shape was it in when you got it?
Rust bucket.
Rust bucket. So now is this the original engine that was in here?
It is not.
It is not. Okay. So you did a lot of custom stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stripping out and changing and.
Yeah, I took it down to bare metal all the way inside.
Oh wow, nice. And what about the interior? Is it still the same? It looks like it's a little bit of a pearl white.
That's original parchment interior.
Oh.
I've done everything on the car myself. The upholstery, the convertible top, body work.
How was the convertible top? Was it as bad as the horror stories I've heard?
It's tough,
I've heard they're not good.
but it turned out great.
It is beautiful. It is
Thank you.
really, really nice. It's an unusual color. Is this the color that goes on the car?
Original Le Mans blue.
Man, and that is not a color that you guys are going to see a lot on the Chevelles. People didn't want the blue, they didn't want the green. They wanted the red, they wanted the white, and they wanted the silver. You know, the one that was real popular was the silver with the black stripes. You don't see a lot of these blue ones like this. And this is a beautiful car. Great job on it.
Thank you
Great
very
job.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. This is the one I was telling you about. So How you doing?
I'm good.
Eddie Horton from Dub Tech Talks. What's your name?
Milton Grassley.
Let me tell you why his name being Milton is so cool. Okay? There was this movie, and it was really cool. It was called American Graffiti, which I know you probably, recognize the car. But that guy's name was John, but his last name was Milner. And his first name is that's just awesome. That's the coolest thing ever. So when did you get the car?
December the 5th.
December the 5th?
Of last year.
Of last year. Now, was it already like this, or what did you do to it?
No, I did the top of the motor, put a new turbo 400 tranny in it. 10
Okay.
volt Positive traction 411 rear end. New drive line. Put some of the new suspension parts on it.
Okay.
And it runs good. The biggest thing about this car is why I like it, and most people won't, is it's loud, it's obnoxious, and it's in your face.
That's amazing. That's why you love this stuff.
This thing is louder than a fuel dragster. I never have ever had a car this loud, but I like that. You got to like that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, and that's what I was talking about earlier. The amazing thing about these shows is everybody here loves their car the most.
Right.
And that's why they're here. They wouldn't be here if they didn't think they had the coolest car on the planet. You wouldn't come up here and go, well, they got a mediocre car, here I am. No, that's not the way it works. Everybody thinks their car is the coolest car here. And that's the great thing about a car show.
Yeah. You want to hear it start?
Yeah, let's hear it fired up. We're going to fire this baby up. Woo, he says it's loud. Let's see what's happening. This is so cool. Now, you want to talk about no clearance. Look at the space between the balancer and the fans. It's like nothing there.
He's gonna start it.
It is loud. He did not lie. So now, where do you live at?
Glen Carbon.
You live in a place where there's many other houses?
Right on top of me.
I bet you don't have any friends at your neighborhood,
They all
do you?
love it.
That's awesome.
Best neighbors in the world.
That is so great.
And they all come down and want to talk. But, I'm very respectful of it.
Right.
You don't do that late at night or real early in the morning or anything like that.
That's how come your neighbors love you when you don't do it when they're trying to sleep. That is so awesome.
And it will run in the mid-11s in a quarter.
Really?
Yeah. It's fast.
Now, is it a full steel car?
Full steel, absolutely. Henry Ford. Ford Motor Company even sent me a plaque that stated that.
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay.
That is really nice. It's a beautiful car. Love the style. It's the style that would have been back in that time frame of the 50s and 60s, when they did these cars. And this is what it would have looked like, exactly like this. Maybe not so much chrome, but, they couldn't afford chrome back then. But if they did chrome it back then, it would still be the same chrome today, because the chrome we had back then was not EPA regulated like it is today, folks. And it was good chrome. So, well, thank you for talking with us.
You're welcome.
You have a great day and have a great rest of the show. All right, guys, let's go down here and see what's next. Another one of my daughter's cars, 68 Camaro. She's not getting one. Brenda Jo Horton, you are not getting a 68 Camaro until your father has one. So, these guys spend a lot of time on these cars, and they usually know each other, and they usually see each other at shows like this. It's kind of a family thing. You can come down here with your kids, your wife, just have a good time, hang out, get some food, get a hot dog. Well, kind of hot dogs suck, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. They ain't got to have that much food here. It's all about the cars. You come down here, a lot of the times it's not even the car that's the greatest, it's the friendships that you make here. And hanging out with other car guys, the other car girls that love their rides as much as you do. All right. Now this is a very cool car too. I love this engine. They did a lot of paint on here. It is really nice. It looks great. Now I noticed on a lot of these Dodges that have these in here, the Hellcat and this, I think this is a Scat Pack. They have green belts on these. Now the green belts are a commercial grade belt, industrial belt. So I'm assuming that this thing really bounces that belt hard when it's coming off the line, and that's why I got to have it for the strength and the durability and long life of that belt, since it's such a violent explosion off the line. So we'll have to find out about that. Let's go down here now. Another one just pulled in. This nice limeish green with headlights that look like eyeballs. That's kind of cool. Supercharged. That is really nice. Nice. I like the crazy colors. I wish they'd do more of that. The colors are what gets these cars. You know, some of them, everything's white, gray, black, red. Now at the car show, you get some of the coolest stuff. Look at the color of this baby right here. I mean, it's so cool. It looks like a Granny Smith rolling down the parking lot. It's just awesome like that. I wouldn't bite it though. They might get upset. That is so awesome. All right, guys. So check it out. That's all we got today. This car show was great. We had a great time doing this. I got one more thing for my sponsors. Woo! Olivia. It's the O series. Oh my goodness, this is a great cigar. And you can get it at AP Cigar, Mike Weller's in Rosewood Heights, Illinois. Also, don't forget our other sponsors. We got Mr. Taillight, Edison, Ohio. He's got all the parts for all these cars we've seen today. You can get your body parts through him at Edison, Ohio, MrTaillight.com. And one more, we don't want to forget these great people out here at Meridian Village for supplying all these great cars out here and having them all show up today so that we could have a good car show, and having, you know, the people at the nursing home here being able to get out and see these cars. You know, a lot of these cars bring back a lot of memories for them. And that's all I've got for you today on Dove Tech Talks, and we'll see you next time.